Nana, what's cancer? My granddaughter Tess and I sat in my kitchen, eating Girl Scout cookies and drinking chamomile tea. I could tell Tess had a lot on her mind. I have been having treatment for cancer, and Tess wanted to know more about it. She said she wanted to ask me some questions about the things that bothered her. It might help if you write out your questions, I said. She nodded and with a look of great concentration, jotted down the first question. What is cancer? My name is Beverlye Hyman Fead. I grew up in Los Angeles. I was born in Seattle, Washington, lived in Portland, Oregon for a bit, and then moved to California when I was about 5 or 6 years old. I had 2 sisters. I was the baby of 3 girls. My mother and father and 2 sisters, unfortunately, are gone. My grandmother and mother and sisters died of cancer. That's why I'm so vocal about cancer and everything having to do with it. I'll tell you, I'm very excited about turning 85 and still being here. It's just shocking to me. I didn't expect this. I didn't believe I would ever be this age. Irma Brombeck, who many of you would remember, had this great saying that she said, when I come before God, I want to say that I used up every inch of talent you gave me. And that's how I feel. I want to use up every inch. And I'm not through yet. I have more I want to do, and I'm excited about doing things. Well, certainly exercise is my top tip, not only physically but mentally. When I put music in my ears and walk along the beach or walk along the woods or wherever I choose to walk, that not only is good for my endorphins, it just mentally, when I'm through with that walk, I feel like I can do anything. I feel, if you'd asked me right when I'm through with my walk, I'd say I'm 42. I feel that you need to take everything you've got and put it on the table, nutrition-wise, exercise-wise, mindfulness, vision work, helping other people. I brought everything I had to the table, and as I did that, and I saw that I was living, first of all, I was able to write my first book, then I Can Do This, Living with Cancer, hoping to help other people realize that they can do it too. I was 68 years old when I was diagnosed and given 2 months to live. So here I was now 72, 74, 76, and I thought, wait a minute, I'm aging and I'm aging well. I can still do everything I used to be able to do. I think it's what I'm doing for cancer, I'm doing for aging. So I realized that there's a whole world of us out there that are a breakthrough generation. We're the first of people that are living into our 80s, 90s, and 100s. I wrote this book, Aging in High Heels, a couple of years ago. I also did a TED Talk, Aging in High Heels, because I feel so blessed to be part of this groundbreaking generation that is showing people behind us. Don't be depressed when you're turning 50, 60, and 70. You're going to have so much life ahead of you. It's interesting to me how, as I've grown older, and perhaps since I've gotten the cancer diagnosis, my Judaism has become part of my life once again. My grandfather was an Orthodox rabbi from Poland, my father's father, and he continued practicing in Los Angeles when my father brought him over. But because my father was raised so rigidly, he had very little religion as we were growing up. We 3 girls were growing up. And so we were raised, we went to temple on the high holidays, and we observed. We went to my grandfather's house for Passover, and he made his own charain, and tears would roll down his cheeks. It was so strong, and I have those wonderful memories. But all the way through growing up and even raising my own children, I didn't have that much religion play a part of our lives. My children were, my son was bar mitzvahed. It wasn't until my children were married and had their own children that religion came back into my life. Judaism came back into my life. And there's nothing I love more now than going on the high holidays with my son and daughter and grandsons and granddaughter, and we all hold hands, and it means so much to me. I talk to my mother and I talk to my father, and I know how pleased they would be. And it's very peaceful when I'm in temple now, and I feel very close to God. You know, people, especially in my mother's day, when my mother got cancer, it was called the Big C. It wasn't even called the Big C, it was whispered the Big C. You whispered you had cancer. It was a dirty thing. You didn't want people to know. But I've never liked the Big C. I'd like to take that C and make it for can. I can do this. You can do this. That C has to do with can. I don't want that to stand for the Big C is cancer and have it be ominous. There's no reason for that anymore. There's too many medicines, too many ways that you can do this. And I think C should have a good meaning and not a scary meaning anymore.
I have one of the most incredible women and role models as my grandmother. I got to have this incredible relationship with my Nana. I mean, she really is what I look at and who I look to when I think about strength.